Hi, I'm Wendy, the founder of Dresser Up Vintage Boutique and Restorations, and this is Wendy's Workshop. We're going to show you a tutorial on how to dye wood flowers using Fusion Mineral Paint. So these are the items that you're going to need for this DIY tutorial project. You're going to need some water, you're going to need paint, you're going to need a little greenery, you're going to need a stem that's going to be attached to your flower, and the glue gun. So on our website, www.dresserupvintage.com, we are offering packages of 15 wood flowers, a sprig of greenery, and the appropriate stems that you'll need for your flowers for $12.99. So the first step that you want to take when you're making your wood dyed flowers is you're going to add the stem. So we're going to use just a simple technique of plugging it into here and hot gluing around the stem just to give it added security. And remember, hot glue gets very hot and you can burn yourself, so be very careful. So we're just going to place this here and we are going to let it dry, and it doesn't take us very long. So the next step when you're dyeing your wood flowers is to add paint to your water. You have a tester here and you're going to add about half of that bottle into your water. And you can see the level of water we have here. Basically what you want your water to do is cover the flower when you immerse it. This actually might be a little bit much, but I think we have a good amount here. The other thing is if you feel like you want the color to be more intense, then you might need to add more paint to your water. On the flip side is you can dip your flower in to the dye or to the water that has been had paint added to it, and then you can set it down. And if you think, well, you know what, it's not quite as dark as I'd like it, you can let it dry a little bit and then re-dip it in, and that will add a layer of paint, intensifying the color. So we're going to go ahead and add paint to our water. We're using Fusion Mineral Paint. So Fusion Mineral Paint is listed on our website. Our testers, which is the size you see here, are $5.95, and there are many, many colors that you can choose from. The color that I'm going to start with is Cranberry. Love this beautiful red color. And Fusion, again, is good for not only DIY projects, but it's great for painting furniture, both indoor and outdoor. So the first color will be the Cranberry. And we're using our workshop bottles that we have because obviously a tester is not going to be enough when we're doing workshops. I wanna get some chemistry. So the next color we're adding is the Twilight Geranium Fusion Mineral Paint. Love this purple color. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And so that's Twilight Geranium, and we are going to add that to our water. And now that the paint is fully diluted in our water, as you can see, we're going to go ahead and start dyeing the flowers. Now, one of the things that you want to make sure is that you are immersing them and getting the paint as much into the crevices as you can. So we're going to just go ahead and drop it in there. And again, as you can see, it's fully immersed into it. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one sitting here just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the next one and immersing this into the Fusion Mineral Paint Twilight Geranium that's been diluted in water. So you can kind of see that one. It looks very light right now, so we're just going to kind of keep immersing it a little bit. So what you can do is we'll take these out, and I like to use paper towels for each individual color. I'm going to shake off any excess water, and I'll let those sit there for a little bit. As you can see, because I had that one in the water a little bit longer, it's grabbing more of the color. The wood is getting saturated with the water and it's kind of porous like most wood is, and it's opening up a little bit and allowing the color to seep into it. So we're gonna push that down in a little bit more. You guys, look how pretty that looks. So when you're done dyeing all of the flowers that you wanna dye, what I would recommend is that you leave them overnight. So for today's purposes, we're gonna use some flowers that we have already completed and are dry to show how we use them in a floral arrangement. So we completed the tutorial with how to dye the wood flowers, and now I just want to show you one of the ways that we use them at Dresser Up Vintage Boutique and Restoration. So we just completed our first month's tutorial for June with the custom flower pot with DIY molds on it, and I'm just going to spin it around for you, with also showing you the technique of layering paint with Fusion Mineral Paint. So this is what we have, and I'm going to show you a way that we can use our wood flowers. First of all, you need some florist foam to go into your pot, and then that will allow your woods or your stems to go right into that and to be secured. So we're going to push that down kind of as hard as we can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little moss. So that's just a fill, and that way that green florist foam is not showing. So we're just going to push that down a little bit in there. Got a little bit more here. I'm going to go ahead and use that. So once you have that in place, and like I said, I like to pat down the moss so that it's not flying over everywhere. And I'm going to start inserting the stems at varying levels into that foam. So I like to put smaller flowers next to larger flowers. I'm going to put this one down so that visually you're not seeing into the container, you're seeing the flowers all around. So I'll add, that one's kind of, I'm going to add a larger one here. Then in addition to that, I'm going to go all the way around putting my flowers, but I also have some greenery that I want to tuck in here. I will just put the whole stem in here, and I will push the flowers at different levels around that floral. So I might pull the stem out, and then you just got two up here. So you're seeing greenery come this way, and then if you're on this side, you'll see some coming out to the side this way, leaving a couple tall stems right in the middle. And then I'm going to continue to fill around with the flowers until I get the look that I want. Thank you for watching our tutorial on how to dye wood flowers. Be sure to check out our YouTube page and check out last tutorial that we did with regard to the custom flower pot using IOD molds. And follow us on Instagram for an update on future events, workshops, and tutorials that'll be coming your way. Our Instagram page is Dresser Up Vintage. This is Wendy's workshop for Dresser Up Vintage Boutique and Restorations. Remember, everybody's unique, so make it yours.